you sent a team out there with a guy like Bitan to play defense, and fact of the matter is you're putting fucking Band-Aids on gunshot wounds, dude. And it's like that fucking club was running circles around him. And granted, other guys got fucking wore out too. Bruni looked like shit. Tierney looked like shit. Gordon looked like shit. I get it. But at some point, you know, we talked about one of the strong points of Brendan being a really good manager is that he has an ability to adjust, which seemed to escape Ronnie Dyla. And I didn't see a manager that looked like he was really adjusting when his club came out for the second half.
No.
They got fucking pummeled in the first half, and you saw that shit was like boom, 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 boom. And you should be like, all right, we need to fucking keep this where it is and minimize the damage. And all of a sudden, you're still looking at like this is the same fucking attacking stuff we were doing in the first half and everything. And I'm not saying they just packed it all in and shit, but you can't fucking let up for a moment against a club like that. And you have to be able to change and say, you know what? Sometimes it's for the best that if we only give up a couple goals to this side, it's, you know, we have games coming up down the road that we don't want to be real fucking demoralized about. And they're going to say, okay, yeah, we'll do. The professional and the players will be like, okay, we put this game behind us. But they just got fucking humped, dude. They got humped.
Yeah,
and
no,
it was in front of a worldwide audience.
Of course,
they got
of course.
Humped.
Look, I'm not going to lie. It was humiliating. It was, and I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be honest and say it. That was. It was embarrassing. But I believe that Brendan Rodgers is the type of manager, type of man who will make sure that they do put it behind them, because they have to put it behind them, and they will. I believe that they will. It's the right thing to do. Look, there's no shame. There's no shame in it. These super clubs do it all the time. All the time. We've gone out there, and I believe we should have played a much more defensive formation. I believe that it should have been heavily weighted to counter-attacking. I believe that we should have had two sitting defensive midfielders sitting way back, and I still believe there's room at Celtic Park for an experienced defensive. I've not been wanting to say this on the podcast, but I'm going to say it now. We need an experienced bad bastard in midfield. Right?
Yeah, because
a nasty bastard.
Hold on.
Bruni can't
and here's the reason why, dude. Check it out. Did you 80th minute when Alves scored that goal to make it 7-1? They were laughing at Celtic, dude. They were laughing at him.
Of course they will. But
we said the whole
with
fucking
Barcelona.
match.
The same thing happened with Barca, Yahmpy. The same thing happened with Barca. They'll score. You see them like, it's a nice warm-up match.
You need to send someone out there to
Alves, Neymar, they don't give a fuck.
Send a fucking message. And they didn't do that again.
To them, we are nothing. But a wee insect that they flick off on the way to the big money trophy. They're on another planet. This is what I'm saying about the Champions League. It's not what it used to be. When I watched the Champions League years ago, it was Ajax that were winning. It was AC Milan. They had Edgar Davids. And these guys were still super players. They were still really expensive. No way they would have ever come to anything, to a club like Celtic or to anything like the SPFL. But the difference now is getting insane, and it's getting silly, and it's getting to the point where, for me, the Champions League has become it's a joke. It's about the super clubs. It's like I said, take Real Madrid, Man United, Chelsea, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Bayern, Dortmund. Take the super club, Juve and Inter. Take the super rich clubs, let them have their own tournament amongst themselves, and then the rest of us can compete for the Champions League. And that's what I think should happen.
But it's not going to happen. Dude.
I know it's not. But that is the reality. So when you're drawing teams every season and you're getting a group and it's like, oh, we're going to play. I get it why people get excited, because Celtic fans are realistic. They know we're probably not going to win those games, but they get to go somewhere, mingle with other fans, see different sides, get drunk, sing the songs, have a buzz. It's an away day. That's what it's about. So I'm not on people's backs for celebrating drawing these big sides. I mean, people went to Paris and probably had a fucking great time. Good on them. You might as fucking well. I don't care that we get beat 7-1. I don't give a fuck. Am I hurting? fucking right, I'm Harton. Was it embarrassing? Yeah, it was fucking humiliating. I'm over it. Fucking damn straight I'm over it. Do you know why? Because we've got a cup final to win on the weekend, and that's exactly what we're going to do. And if any one of those Celtic players is sitting there feeling sad because they get humped 7-1 off a billionaire's play toy, then they shouldn't be wearing the shirt. Simple as that. So get over yourself.
By the way, I got it wrong earlier. The goal I was talking about, that was the fourth goal by Mbappe. Cavani got that third goal, which was just as fucking bad, like it fucking matters. Denier didn't fucking cover his guy. They crossed it into the box. Fucking everybody standing the fuck around. Three Celtic players in there and 2 PSG guys unmarked inside the 6. Yeah. It was a fucking dumpster fire from pillar to post. So I apologize for screwing up the fourth fuck up with the third fuck up. But at the end of the day, you burn the tape on that thing because it was a mess.
Yeah, burn it. Absolutely. And I think to sum up, and I don't want to labour the point because we've been talking about this game for probably far too long, but I think to sum up, we would say Celtic underperformed. PSG are probably going to be in the final. If not, they're going to win the whole tournament. That's what I believe. I actually believe they're going to win the Champions League this year. And I think Brendan could have used a different formation. I don't think it's a bad thing to criticise the manager if you think he's making a mistake. He's not a god. He has chinks in his armour. Fair play to him. He came out and played the way he wanted to play, but I still believe we should have gone with a slightly different approach. And that's it. We've got some subpar central defenders, and we move on from that. That's all it is. It's a difference in quality. It's a difference of having a defence that's not up to it in Europe, and a few mistakes were made, and we move on. That's it. That's how I would sum up, and that's kind of where when I had the discussion with JB on Twitter, I think that's where we arrived at. He was like, "Yeah, take some of your points, you take some of mine," and it was healthy. It was a good experience, having a debate with a guy on Twitter like that, because it was quite heated at first, and by the end of it, we were shaking hands and buying a pint and fucking.
That's what had him on tonight then too.
That's what it's all about, man. Well, it's too late. He'll be tucked up in his bed, Yahmpy. This is fucking.
So, like 2 a.m.
But anyway, talking about people not turning up, our special guest, Yahmpy, we had a special guest lined up tonight, and he didn't fucking turn up. He knows who he is. So if you're listening, you know who you fucking are, ball bag. Okay.
And you're lucky because I'm only 2 hours away from New York City. If I didn't have all that fucking shine in me, I'd be taking that ride up to see some of the boys and everything. We'd have got your ass straightened out. Need you on here, man, because it's always a little bit more fun when you're on. But tell you what, you bastard, next time, got to get your shit straight,
don't
bro.
Worry, mate. Don't worry, it's not forgotten about. And this is the thing. He's
fantastic.
Try to get me out to the. He's on Twitter 2 days ago. You've got to come over to New York. There's a fail on. We're going to go, blah, blah, blah. So he's trying to get me to fly out for the.
He's asking you to fly to New York too. I'm 2 fucking hours away, and dude don't say shit. Fuck him.
He's trying to get me to fly out to the fella. So we're in discussions. There's a possibility that it could happen. Anyway,
here's my last word on the.
Go for it, Yahmpy. Give us your last word, mate. Come on.
I'm giving you my fucking.
I'm done with it. I'm sick of talking about it, man.
I like apples because I got them in my moonshine.
Bullshit.
Here's my thing, dude. You lost to this club already once. They kind of fucking embarrassed you once, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what you do. And of course, it's shocked the shit out of everybody that we had a 1-0 lead in a minute into the match. Brendan should be like fucking telling them dudes, you know what? You gotta send a fucking message out there. You gotta be physical and fucking go after them,
absolutely,
dude. If they do start to fucking run it up on you, take a fucking card and fucking wipe somebody the fuck out, man.
I know. That's what I was seeing when I was watching the game. I was like, just fucking take someone out, because there are no one.
You're not going to roll over like a little bitch.
I know. I agree. Listen, there are times in games, and I hate to see dirty players, but there are times in games when you just need to put the boot in, man. And I was desperate for somebody just to start putting the boot, throw them off. And if there's one criticism of Brendan Rodgers' side, is that sometimes we're not quite dirty enough and physical, and that's what I'm saying. For me, I've been saying this for years at Celtic, especially when Scott Brown was falling away and he was not having a good season, and that was all due to injury and stuff. And I was crying out, please go and sign a big bad bastard for defensive mid, a pure old school defensive midfielder, Van Bommel, right? those old school listeners who know Dutch football, they'll remember Marco van Bommel, who used to play, right? That's what we need. We need a big guy, defensive midfielder, who's going to shout at people. Do you know what we need in central defence? We need an old head who's going to turn around and shout at folk at the back. I think there's call for experience in central defence. I think we need someone in mature years. Look, I hate to talk about the Huns, but look at David Weir when he came to Rangers, right? An old fucking wise head, right? Not the fastest, but fucking savvy, mate. There's no replacement for a centre back who's got a few years in him and a bit of savvy, and who the younger guys are scared of. You know what I mean? He'll shout at.
I can't stand dude.
But you know what I'm saying? Whatever, fucking like a Roy Aitken type. Do you know, like a Roy? Okay, so fuck David Weir. Let's talk about Roy Aitken, right? Somebody like that. Okay, is that better, right? Somebody who'll put the fucking fear of God into you. Somebody you'll listen to. You know, fucking Hughes.
Blood, Guts and Thunder.
Don't go and buy a 22-year-old. Fucking unheard of. He's going to develop. No, that's great. We need that. But there are times when you're trying to build a squad, you need an old head. Our team is slightly too young. That's the other criticism I've got. Fuck, there's a fucking helicopter outside. Hold on, folks. Fucking hold on, man. The Germans are coming, man. I'm getting to the fucking area shelter. Fucking hell. But you know what I'm saying, Yahmpy? Am I right about the fucking?
Right.
We need
here's the problem. You ready?
Back me up, mate.
Here's the problem. We sit there and we identify the problem. We say January transfer window, January fucking transfer window. So we all sit there as Celtic supporters and say, we need central defense, we need a goalkeeper. We need central defense, we need a goalkeeper. So who's the first fucking name off of everybody's lips now? Louis fucking Molt. Louis Molt.
Yeah, he's going to fucking stop the goals going in at the back, isn't he? Louis Molt, man. He's going to stop because we've not got a talented Scottish striker who bangs in the goals and scores free kicks. We don't have one of them, do we? No, we need a fucking Motherwell player. He'll stop because he'll stop them.
Nothing more fucking important
scoring.
than a third striker on the bench.
That's great. That's just what you need because we've not got one of them. It's not getting used. Who's got a talent either. We don't have that, do we? What is wrong with folk? And this is what I'm saying. Like, when Virgil van Dijk and Jason Denayer left, I was like, go and sign a central defender. Go and sign a quality central defender. Please go and sign. Nothing. Fucking nothing. Nothing happened.
And I'm telling you what, if Louis Molt scores 2 against us in that Betfred Cup final, Cons will be like, spend $10 million and sign him.
Listen, let's get. That's a good segue to the Motherwell game. And they're going to play a hard game, Motherwell. We've got the cup final coming up now. That's going to be a difficult game. It's going to be a tough game. They play a physical. There's an example of a side who play a physical. 9 hammer
throwers, a keeper, and Louis Molt.
Absolutely. That's what we're up against. So we'll see. You know, we've said, and I've criticised the team for maybe not being physical enough. Now we did do that. We have done it in the past. We did it against Bayern.
Physical.
But I think we need to do more. I really do. I think if you're going to take on teams of quality, you have to knock them off their rhythm. You have to be a bit more physical. But talk to me about the Motherwell game, Yahmpy. What are your hopes and dreams for the Motherwell game? You think?
Then Craig Gordon seems a little bit more annoyed and bothered about playing in this fucking game than he did against PSG.
Annoyed? What's he annoyed about?
Annoyed, angry, hostile, fucking just active. Get him out of this fucking malaise that he seems to be going through lately. Ever since he gave up the fucking the one goal where he's running around fucking all over the pitch and shit. Was that the Hibs match? Fucking forget. Too many beers, too much shine. But it's like fuck me, dude. He needs to fucking go out there and play like he's not gotten laid with Summer in a couple weeks. Like, he's got to fucking have some damn attitude and go out there and fucking play hard.
She's probably feeding him too many fucking pies, man.
I think she's fucking actually a Rangers fan, and she's probably fucking sandbagging us, but that's a whole nother thing. She's gone full Yoko on him or some shit.
I don't think there's any danger in that, man. I'm pretty sure she's not a fucking... I'm pretty sure she doesn't support that mob, man. But she's probably like, look, Summer, just fucking give him a few days before the next fucking scene too, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he ain't Fabio. You don't have to hump
him.
But
maybe De Vries gets a shout. I mean, look, it happens. Players go on bad runs of form. Gordon's, we do know his weak points. He has a great shot stopper when he's on form. He's a great shot stopper. Great reflexes. But yeah, he has shortcomings. Even Big Fraser Forster used to get criticised for some of his weaknesses as well. You know, he wouldn't come out and fucking, you know what I mean, he was just didn't fucking. he would punch the ball a lot and all that sort of stuff. So it's like, I think it's a bit of a cop out and all that to go 1 after that game. Well, if we come away with a draw or something,